Kiley Dalchow. Today's video is how I schedule rodeos and how to schedule rodeos. And I'm going to be talking about pro rodeos because that's mostly what I've been going to lately. So, I have a notebook because I have to write everything down. Calendars that I just printed out because I need to visually see. I just need to see it on a calendar. So, we're going to start by going to WPRI. Once you are on WPRI, go to this tab right there. Go down to schedule, and monthly is what I look at. Then if you're trying to fill your permit or something and you're looking for a WPRI races, go to all events. If you're just wanting to go pro rodeos, just go to pro rodeo only. 2019 June is what we're working on. So I'm going to do the weekend of the 28th, 29th. So I'm going to scroll down. It's much easier to do on a computer, but I don't have one. So I live in Minnesota, so I'm going to kind of write down things that are somewhat around me. Springdale, Arkansas. I probably don't want to go there, but they have 10,000 added money. So I am going to write that down as a possibility. Okay, so I wrote the first rodeo down, Springdale, Arkansas, 6/26 to 6/29, the date. Then I went down and looked at Slack, which was the 25th at 5 p.m. And so they didn't put the date of Slack in the date of the rodeo. They usually only do the performances date. So then just look down for Slack because when it's a bigger rodeo, you're most likely just going to get Slack. So I just always write Slack down. And it is 10,000 added. Then right here, it says EOO, which means entry office opens at June 3rd, 11 a.m. Entry closed June 5th, 11 a.m. These are mountain time. And if you live in Minnesota or Texas or anywhere in Central Standard Time, then so this would be 11 and it would be 12 our time. So next one is Clear Lake, South Dakota. And I will write that down. Not only because it's closer, but because it also has 5,800 added, which is a lot. Down the date, Slack, how much is added. Entry opens, I messed up, but the 7th, and then it closes the 11th. So it opened on a Friday, and then it closed to Tuesday morning. So Friday to Tuesday morning is when it opened because you can't call and enter on the weekends. So that's why that was like that. Then I will also write down Dickinson, North Dakota, because it is 5,000 added. Now I'm going to do Edgewood, Iowa, and that Morgan just brought to my attention as she's videoing me, thank you Morgan, that this is boring. Yeah, it is, it really is, but you gotta do it if you want to go to some rodeos, so like I'm not saying it's exciting. Don't want to go to Montana. Indiana. Fort Worth, Texas, no. Idaho, no. Okay, Ponca, Nebraska. I will write that down. It seems like far ways away, but my friend was talking about it, so I'm just gonna write that down. And then I'll see how far away it is. Okay, that was it for the month. And so I got 5 rodeos written down. Probably can't go to all of them, but I wanted to write them all down so I knew what was going on. If you only want to go to circuit rodeos, go back to the homepage, go to schedule, go to circuit schedule. If you only want to go to your circuit rodeos, then just go here and don't bother looking through everything. I'm gonna go here and look what, out of all these rodeos, what is approved with my circuit. Well, I guess what's in my circuit. There's, whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? No. Okay, so Edgewood, Iowa and Poca, Nebraska are the only 2 that are in my circuit or co-approved or anything. So I'm just gonna do a GL because my circuit is Great Lakes, and then I just know. So these are not in my circuit or approved, and these are. So I just double check by going there. So now would be the time to map quest or map out how far away all these rodeos are. We'll just start with Poca, Nebraska. How about that? Let's start on the bottom. 4.5 hours from my house. So then I would just write 4 hours, 30 minutes, right down on the bottom. So I have already, like I said, I already entered one of these rodeos, so I already know what I'm doing, or I already know which ones I'm going to. So I've already wrote all the time of how far it takes to get to the rodeo. I'm giving you a second look at what I all wrote down. So first I write down the rodeo name, the dates of the rodeo and when slack is, how much is added when the entries open, when they close, and I do all that, and then underneath them I'll write how far away it was underneath every one of them. So I'm just gonna move on to the next step. I narrowed it down to Poca, Nebraska, Edgewood, Iowa, and Clear Lake, South Dakota. So then I've gone here and I wrote how far the rodeos were from each one. So Clear Lake to Ponca is 2.5 hours, Ponca to Edgewood's 4.5 hours. So I done that. And then I came here.
You did that.
I did done that, Morgan. I did.
Okay.
Done
next.
it. I did
Next.
done it.
Thank you, next.
Morgan. What I came up with, because I either want to go to Clear Lake to Ponca to Edgewood, or to Edgewood, then Ponca, then Clear Lake. Ponca's right here on the border, like both of them. Then Clear Lake is somewhere over here, you know, in that South Dakota area, and Edgewood's in this area. So what I want to do is either go here, 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 home, or here, 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 home. So I decided I want to go to Edgewood, Iowa first because it is 4.5 hours from my house. Then I wanted to go to Ponca because that was the route I wanted. Because Ponca then was 4.5 hours from Edgewood. Then Ponca to Clear Lake is 2.5 hours. And then Clear Lake to home is 2.5 hours. So I like to go to the farthest ones away first and work my way back. Because the more tired you get, it's easier to drive shorter distances.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. Get it?
No.
Oh, okay. Got my first route done. But when you call Procom, they're going to say first preference and second preference. So if you don't get what you first wanted, then you need plan A and a plan B. So I called it under Clear Lake. It opened before anything else because it has more added money than the other two. So I entered that yesterday, and so I entered for Clear Lake on the 29th, backed by Clear Lake on the 27th. And if I don't get either one of those, then they'll just put me in Slack, which will probably Slack is the 28th. So it'll mess my whole schedule up. So I'll just see what I get for callback tonight, what happens. So this was plan A and plan B, plan 1, plan 2. How far away these are from each other, the first route, the second route, and how far away these are from my house, the first one I want to go to, and the last one I want to go to. So, moral of the story, how I choose the rodeos I go to. How much added money, how far away are they, if they're in my circuit or not, and how the pens look. A big part of it is I always YouTube the arenas. I'll do, so like Clear Lake, South Dakota. I'll do Clear Lake, South Dakota, rodeo barrels or something. So I always YouTube the arenas, see what they're like, to get somewhat of an idea, because it's very helpful to do. If they are anywhere in my route, because there was more added money ones to go to than Poca, Nebraska, but it also made sense to do a loop instead of go this way, then go that way. So that's how I do it. If you have any questions, comment below. But you know what? I always say comment below and no one does it. So, I mean, it's fine. It's whatever. Like, whatever. But, I mean, you feel free.
Please, someone throw me a bone.
What?
I would like to state that I got a really itchy back making this video because I leaned up against a plant.
Why? So, no one comments, it's fine, okay? It's fine. But, shout out to Tanner for always commenting. Thank you, girl. And if you want a shout out, I guess comment. But, you know what? Thank you, bye.